Today we're going to transition from Amos to the book of Acts. And honestly, I think this is a really beautiful shift because Amos confronts what happens when people drift from God. But Acts is going to show us what happens when people are fully surrendered to him. Acts was written by Luke, the same Luke who wrote the Gospel of Luke. This is volume number 2. In the Gospel of Luke, we see the life, ministry, death, and resurrection of Jesus. In Acts, we see the message of Jesus being carried into the world. Luke is writing to Theophilus, and he says he's giving an orderly account. This matters because Acts is not random stories that are thrown together. Luke is intentionally showing us the movement of the gospel, the work of the Holy Spirit, and the continued work of Jesus through his people. Jesus did not stop working after the resurrection. He continued working through his church, through his people. Acts 1 opens with Jesus appearing after his resurrection for 40 days, teaching, preparing, giving, convincing. He was giving convincing proof that he was alive. And then he tells the disciples something important. Wait. Don't leave Jerusalem yet. Don't rush ahead yet. Wait for the promise of the Father. Wait for the Holy Spirit. That's hard for us because we live in a culture that hates waiting. We want immediate movement, immediate results, immediate growth. But before the early church moved in power, they waited in dependence. Revival in Acts was born in prayer before it was ever seen in power. Before Pentecost, miracles, bold preaching, thousands being saved, there was prayer, unity, waiting, dependence on God. This goes so against our culture today because we want to jump ahead with our plans and our programs and do what we think needs to happen. We want revival, but we don't want to take the time to pray. Now let's go back to Acts. Then Jesus says, you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you. And this is important. The power of the Holy Spirit was not given for popularity, for emotional hype, for status, for platforms. It was power to be witnesses, power to boldly carry the gospel into the world. The Holy Spirit empowers witnesses, not spectators. When Jesus lays out the entire structure of Acts, Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, then to the uttermost parts of the earth, to the ends of the world, the gospel was never meant to stay contained. The church was never meant to sit still. Jesus ascends into heaven. The disciples return to Jerusalem. And what do? They pray together with a single-minded focus. Imagine. Before the church was known for power, it was known for prayer. Is your church known for prayer? We get distracted by so many things. Our life is so divided and so distracted that we become prayerless in all of the distractions of modern culture, when what we need to do is pray and focus on God. After this, they restored the 12 by replacing Judas, who betrayed, with Matthew. The organization was going to continue forward in its full force with all 12 disciples. Acts is a story of the unstoppable gospel being spread by ordinary people empowered by the Holy Spirit. And honestly, I think that is something that the modern church needs to desperately remember. The church was never meant to move ahead of God. It was meant to wait on him, be filled by him, and then move boldly wherever he leads.